Hi everybody, welcome back to the CarlieStylez set. Today I was inspired to make this video by my journal. I was actually reading back through the months before Cooper was ever created, and kind of my journey with being a mom and being pregnant and having Cooper, and I wanted to do a video about postpartum depression. And I think that it's a good topic to talk about because I think as you're pregnant and you're preparing to have your baby, you read all these books about what to expect about your baby, what to expect from your the delivery process and the hospital and everything. But I don't think there's enough information given to us women about what we need to focus on for us and what happens after the baby and during the process. And husbands, dads to be, this is really good for you as well, so you can understand where your partner or your wife or your mom, sister, whoever is having this baby is coming from, and hopefully you can relate to her. So postpartum depression is, I don't want it to scare you guys off. I think a lot of women refrain from admitting to having postpartum depression because they're afraid of feeling like it's a failure or something's wrong with them, but it's not. It's totally normal. Basically, it's a depletion of those hormones, and you start feeling your hormone levels have dropped, especially if you're breastfeeding and you're not, your nutrition is still kind of in whack because your body is pulling from your nutrition and giving to your breast milk. So I just remember, of course, when I was pregnant, I knew from the second that I was pregnant that being a mom was all I ever wanted. I mean, I was lucky enough to be brought up in a family where, family was everything and being a mom was the most important thing. And so the moment I was pregnant, I just was so excited, planning out the colors and the names. And you go through this flowery buildup of being pregnant, the showers, the gifts, the love, the attention, to this hard work. You just work so hard and it's painful and you're sweating and you're crying and your emotions are everywhere. And then they give you this baby, your beautiful baby that you've been expecting for 9 months, and they place him or her in your arms, and you just feel this overwhelming feeling of love and like your life is complete and you are so happy. And then 2 weeks later, this depression and sadness sets in, and you're like, am I crazy? I couldn't figure out what it was. I went on a walk. I picked up Cooper and held him. I tried to talk to my ex-husband or husband at the time, and I just remember feeling like, what's wrong with me? And so I got online and kind of researched it a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is normal. It is natural to feel this way. It is natural to feel kind of this emptiness. You've gone through 9 months of this great anticipation for this baby and this buildup. And, after you've had that baby and all the focus changes to them and their life, it's kind of natural to feel like, oh, well, what about me? And your body has, been through a lot. So it's normal. Take time for yourself to journal. I love journaling. I think writing down your feelings will help you relate to them better and getting them out on paper. Talk to your partner. Make sure that they know what you're going through. And partners, remember that the experience, the journey, everything they've gone through, it's important to take time to make them feel special and to kind of cope with them and help them understand that it's normal. And communication is everything. Go out to lunch, go do something nice for yourself, pick up your baby and love them because, ultimately that's what it's all about. So one thing I wanted to bring attention to about postpartum depression is just like every human body is different, so is postpartum depression different for every woman. It's hard for, I think, people to put a diagnosis or a particular point in when you should or should not feel it, because some women never do experience it. But one thing is important to remember, that you are different from everybody else, just like your body is different from everybody else, just like your baby is different than every other baby. So make sure you're not feeling panicked or anxious if yours has lasted longer than doctors recommend or websites have said. I remember reading so many things like, well, this didn't happen in my pregnancy and this didn't happen when I was having birth. Is something wrong with me? But it is so different, and the way that we run and function and feel and think and live, it's so different than everybody else. So it's hard to compare yourselves on that scale. Just make sure you have good communication with your doctor. Let him know what you're feeling, experiencing. Talk to your mom. See what she's gone through. Even Colette and Kaylee, I spoke with both of them, and Colette said, with each kid it was definitely different for, she's had 4 babies, and she said, with Suntard, her first, she felt it a little bit, but not too much, and then her second one, Princess Tard, was more so than the first one. And it's just been different with her other kids after that. The most important thing you can do is communicate. Talk to your spouse, talk to your parents, talk to your family. Talk to yourself, journal it, write your feelings down, and pay attention to how you're feeling. Call your doctor. Let him know you're experiencing these things. He can give you great tips. He or she will give you great tips about how you can cope with it. Vitamins you can even take to boost up your hormones and your levels, and just to feel good about being a mom. We're going to leave links below for information about maybe symptoms or signs, or a website you can get on and kind of research it. So if you guys are having, these feelings, or you're wanting to know more about it, there's going to be information below. And if anybody else has good advice or tips for anybody who may be experiencing this, it'd be great if you guys could leave your comments and share your stories with me and with everybody else. Thank you, everybody, and I hope that this video has helped you. Again, leave your comments below. I want to know your experiences and stories. I love you, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.